Okay, hey guys, how are you? Trying to do a quick video here on my lunch break, which is only about 30 minutes to prep some food for dinner because I'm working overtime tonight, so I know I'm not gonna have time to make dinner once I clock out. So I said, what can I do? I have my trusty Instant Pot, some chicken, and some greens that I'm going to saute for a little bit. And hopefully, I'm trying to get this all done within 30 minutes, with just in time to clock back in from a break. So we're going to see if we can get that happening right now. 3 p.m. Clocked out for lunch. Got greens here. It is kale and Swiss chard. And then got my Instant Pot on, saute on high. And here is our chicken here. So this is Trader Joe's lemon pepper seasoning. And I think I added some dried thyme to this as well, because in that seasoning blend mix is black peppercorns, sea salt, onions, lemon rinds, garlic, lemon, and lemon oil. But then I also zested a lemon to get some more freshness in there. So I actually did that this morning before I actually clocked in, because I got up a little bit earlier, and just had that in the fridge until about 30 minutes ago, because I had to let it come to room temperature, because you do not want to put straight out of the fridge meat onto a hot pan. I believe that shrivels it up. So I'm going to put that in the Instant Pot. And then while that's sauteing, because I'm gonna have to do that in batches, since Instant Pot is like that big, and that's probably do 2 batches of chicken over there. And then we will saute up some greens, and we're just waiting for the Instant Pot to heat up a little bit. It takes a few moments. Okay, I put some olive oil in the pan and let that heat up for a few seconds, and now. Again, guys, I need to learn how to do this one-handed stuff. Let's move that. Oh yeah, that's the sizzle that you always want to hear. If you don't hear that sizzle, your pan is not hot enough. And these are boneless, skinless chicken thighs, because that's just what I have on hand. And while that's going to be browning up a bit, I think I'm going to start over here with the greens. And the key to getting this all done in the 30 minutes that I have, it's now 3:05, is pre-chopping this in the morning. I chop this all up in the greens. There's also some sweet onions here, and that's really going to be key. And these are chopped, I don't know, basically there's no rhyme or reason, they're just chopped like you would your greens here. And I know the greens are only going to take maybe about 8 to 10 minutes. Chicken should probably be maybe 2 to 3 minutes per side. We're just kind of getting a little small sear here. Actually, I have these thyme leaves here. I'm just going to throw that in there and infuse that oil a little bit, because I am using just like a spice mix. So maybe just a little bit of infusion. Normally, I would probably would have like chopped up some garlic and maybe actually added onions in here too. But again, trying to get this all done in about 30 minutes. I probably would have marinated it a little bit longer or something like that. But, trying to get things done in a short amount of time. Actually, I think this fire is way too high. This oven, man, this stove really likes to, do things to the max. And just in case you're wondering, I'm using avocado oil. It has a high smoke point. Not doing anything high heat today, but that's and it's a heart-healthy oil. I also go with the olive oil as well. Those are the 2 main oils that I use unless I'm using ghee or butter. Even my spray is olive oil spray. I don't do too much canola, vegetable oil, stuff like that. They're just so processed that I don't really think those are beneficial to me. But if that's all you can go ahead and afford, then, you know, by all means, go ahead. So, just gonna give that another minute. You know, I love hearing the sound of things cooking in a pan. Okay, I think this is hot. I don't know why I retopped this, because I knew I was gonna use it again. So, a little oil in the pan. Again, with the greens as well, I probably would have done, you know, chopped up some garlic. I think I meant to, I just forgot. And I don't really have time to do it right now. But again, I'm trying to get all this done in 30 minutes on my break and get everything cooked so I can have something home cooked to eat for dinner. I'm just going to let that heat up while I go flip this chicken. Okay, I gotta put this out. I need to hold. Guys, this is why we brown our chicken first. You see that brownish here? That is flavor. Again, additionally, I could have just put this in the oven or maybe just on pressure cook, but we wouldn't have got that brownish here. Browning your meat first. It's not really a necessary step, but if you want to increase that flavor profile, especially if you're going to do like a quick 5-minute pressure cook, definitely a step I wouldn't skip. Just because the pressure cooker is going to cook so much faster that you do have the time to do this step. There you go, look at that. I wish there was television because you can already smell that lemon pepper seasoning going to work. But now that the pan is heated up for the greens, we are going to add diced onions here. I'm just gonna move it down. And I'm not gonna do anything to it. I'm gonna let these onions sweat out for about maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Let those get a little bit brown and translucent. Because again, we want flavor. Okay, so onions are more translucent, a little bit brown. At this point, this is when I would have like added in my garlic and stuff like that, but I just didn't feel like it. I did add in that second batch of chicken and then get them flipped, again, brown, so that we can maximize the flavor. That's Sage. Hi, Sage. No, hi. She did not know what was going on, so I'm going to go ahead and take the greens. Again, I was using Swiss chard. It's the ones with the red stem here, and then some Lacinato kale, also known as, I think, dinosaur kale as well, if you want to look for that in the stores. And actually, I'm going to switch out my tongs. I was using those small rubber ones to put the chicken in, but then I realized I needed the longer ones to actually flip it in the Instapot, so I washed them and going to use them here in the greens. It's a little bit better to do. And this is honestly I'm going to have to wilt down a little bit and then add a little bit of chicken stock. If you are a vegetarian or vegan, you can use vegetable stock. Or I guess you can use water, but, you know, it's all about flavor to me. So, if I can use chicken stock instead of water, or stock, I should say, not chicken stock. If I can use that instead of water anytime, I'm going to do that. So, it's going to let that cook down. Again, I'm like a little low heating because I don't want to burn anything. And that's all going to come together probably in about, like I said, 5 to 10 minutes or so. But let's go check back on our chicken. I do think that... Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that down there. So you do want to, I'm going to take them off. I'm actually going to cancel that. It's still hot, so we don't have to worry about anything going cold, because we're going to have to put it together to our pressure cook setting. But I am going to take just a little bit of chicken stock, maybe about, probably about 1/4 of a cup. And I'm going to take some lemon juice. And I don't really care if the seeds get in there because I'm not putting the chicken directly on here. As you'll see in a second, it's a little trivet. Because I don't want to put the chicken directly back into the juice because then I still want it to be a little bit crispy and not, I don't think wet is the right word. So Instant Pot has a little trivet or steamer. I think it's for like steaming vegetables, but we're not steaming anything here. We're just going to keep the chicken directly out of this lemon juice and vegetable stock. Just I quickly forgot what I was doing. So I'm gonna put the chicken back here. And okay, if they're gonna be a little bit on top of each other, because now this is just really just a cook through process now. Chicken thighs or these particular ones are like very thin, so it won't take them but a few moments to cook through. They're already like maybe 70% of the way done. So what we're going to do here is, you would think I would, alright. So we're going to do pressure cook on high. Yes, pressure high for 5 minutes. And I know that sounds like a very short time, but it's a pressure cooker. It's gonna cook. It cooks things really fast in a short amount of time, which is why people love it so much. So that's going on here. Over here in our greens, as you can see, they are wilting down pretty nicely. This is like maybe 2 servings probably. Yeah, because I'm not really having anything else. It's just going to be chicken and greens because I ain't got time. I mean, I guess, you know, if you wanted to, this really wouldn't be added into the actual cooking time of like a 30-minute meal on my lunch break. You could have roasted some potatoes or, well, I don't know, what else would you do? Roasted potatoes, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, whatever your jam is. I am going to add a little bit of stock here. This is just to keep the pan from burning out as the greens continue to cook. Again, we're on a low heat here. Can you see that? That's actually kind of higher than I wanted it. Okay, told you this stove was crazy. Low heat, low setting. Like honestly, like giving more time or free time, I would have like probably made more greens in like my bigger stock pot and had them cook down for a little bit, maybe like 15, 20 minutes. So this is just a quick saute. On a good day, probably would have had bacon in this or another type of like smoked meat here as well. But it's like I said before, just trying to do a quick meal in about 20 minutes that I can have later on for dinner, so I don't have to Grubhub, order out, or make any bad decisions here. Yeah, so this is actually coming along pretty well. I don't want them like cooked down into oblivion. I do still kind of want that bright greenness of the greens to stick to it and still have a little bite to it as well. That's just my preference. Again, if I was making a big pot more, maybe like using collards and had more time, it would have been in my bigger like stock pot. Cooked down and some smoked meat for maybe 20-30 minutes, maybe even a little bit longer on a very, very low heat. But the name of the game is Thyme. It's 3:21. I got 9 minutes left, so I have to clock back in. So the greens will be done, that's for sure. It's a little straggler on to the stove here. I think it's coming out pretty nicely. Let me see. Oh, that was hot. Why did I do that, guys? I don't know. Okay, so it's wilted down enough. And I'm going to add a little bit more stock. Again, I'm using chicken stock. You can use vegetable stock. You can use, I don't know, mushroom stock. Whatever stock you have in. If all you had was beef stock, you can use that. But I'm going to add a little bit more of my stock here, just to keep the pan from going hot. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but the pressure cooker is definitely doing its job. I don't know. Can you hear it? Can you hear that? I don't know why I'm asking, like you can respond to me right now. So all I'm going to do now is season these. And because I'm trying to use shortcuts as quick as possible, I am going to use this garlic sauce seasoning that I also got from Trader Joe's. Spice mixes are great if you don't feel like doing them yourself. This one is sea salt, roasted garlic, onion, and parsley. So we have a good mix in here that will go well, also pair well with our lemon pepper chicken. So this actually requires 2 hands because it's a grinder. And if you are, trying to be low on salt or not too salt at all, then you can just season this with just pepper and some herbs, and that would be great. Alright, so let these cook down while we have our last remaining 5 minutes left on the timer. And then that would be a really quick dinner. I might just eat this whole thing since I am just doing chicken. And as you can see, greens cook down just like spinach. We all know the joke about spinach. You can buy a 10-pound bag and it'd be enough for like 1 person because it just cooks down just like that. But since it's just me for dinner tonight, Joe's working, I think I might just eat this whole thing because I'm gonna definitely need the additional fiber to keep me full. So we'll see. It looks like the greens were done. It's 3:28 now. I wound up just cleaning up the dishes right over there. Didn't think you guys want to see such a mundane task, so I cut the camera off. We are done with the chicken. It just literally went off. So I'm just going to hit cancel on that. And then because we have cabinets, I'm going to turn my Instant this way and let... Oh, I'm sorry, Sage. She got scared. Sorry, Sage. I'm just going to let that pressure release. And then I am going to finish the greens off with some lemon juice. Also adding some freshness and some brightness back to these greens. Again, it's all about flavor. Because if your food doesn't taste good, you're not going to eat it. I know I'm not. And why would I waste my money cooking this and then... that is the worst, when you cook food and you make it and it doesn't turn out the way you want it. But I think this is the winner. Let's see here. Let's get a little stick here. I'll tell you, y'all, those are good. The lemon juice does its job, bringing up that brightness and citrusy into the greens. Get that onion taste in there. You can actually taste the garlic from the garlic salt from the Trader Joe's. So that is going to pressure release I'm going to give that like maybe a minute or 2. And then just plate it up and have it ready for me to eat for right later.